shoot, I said that you claim it. Instant Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalker, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And this is a wonderful Monday, and we're back from the weekend. If you saw Iron Lord's podcast yesterday, we was working, we was having fun. We had a great time. Addict has some Yu-Gi-Oh cards that was boiled up, and I had comic books that was ripped. And Cog is still wearing Depends, and he's trying to take him to Japan. I know that sounds crazy, but all that and more happened yesterday on Iron Lord's podcast. Now, if you got a chance to watch me today on Frontline Gaming streams where I was playing some games, hey, thank you. I appreciate you. If not, go over there, sub. Also, hit the like, follow, and share. I drop videos daily. And if you don't like me, well, leave a comment telling me how much you hate me. But I don't hear people talking about PlayStation taking away memory. But I got a deal for you today that's sure to put a smile on your face. We got topics to get into. We got Lenovo telling you they got a system for you. I don't know what's going on with Grand Theft Auto, but I told you. Let's get into these topics. Machine Games hints at another Wolfenstein. Now, I don't know if you call it Wolfenstein or Wolfenstein. I don't know how you choose to do it, but I've been calling it Wolfenstein forever. And they said following the Indiana Jones DLC, The Order of Giants, they always visualize Wolfenstein as a trilogy. Now, I absolutely love how it evolved over the ages. And Machine Games has this franchise and its fan base in the palms of their hands. Now, I know they didn't like Youngbloods. I think that was the one that it was called with the daughters. I actually liked it. I'm a first-person shooter head. And if you can add a little bit of flavor to the first-person shooter genre in any form and give me a good story while I'm playing it to keep me entertained while keeping the graphics at breakneck speeds and high performance, Machine Games have definitely done that throughout their tenure with Wolfenstein. So I look forward to hearing the news from them whenever they choose to drop it. Because unlike others, I happen to like a little bit of change while still keeping it the same. And Wolfenstein fits that bill. One of my favorite demos is about to be released on Xbox. And yet another zombie survivor is apparently amazing, and it's coming out this week on Xbox, and I cannot wait. I hear that it's like $14.99 or something like that. I've been playing that demo, getting out new levels and doing all types of things to that demo that I don't think that the the developers intended. Pause. Watch yourself, because you guys are weird. But it's been, it's out on Steam right now, and that's cool. But I like to play in game where I like to play in game. And I actually really, really like this game. If you've never got a chance to try this game, please go out, buy it. $14.99. Can't beat that with a baseball bat. Go make it happen. It is so dope. Go play the demo. It comes out on the 10th. Oh man, this is wonderful times. Video games is crazy. And another episode of You Can't Please Everyone. Xbox fans are again talking about all the missing Microsoft ABK games that are not inside Game Pass. Games like Prototype, which I actually love, and Gun, and a host of other games that hasn't dropped inside the Game Pass service yet. Xbox fans seem to not have enough. They don't like the buffet as it is. They want other options that they were promised. Me personally, more games is delightful. More games is incredible. More games are welcomed. But do I have the bandwidth and the time to play more games? No, I do not. But I'm pretty sure that the legalities around these games will be ironed out at some point in time. Game Pass is here for a long time, not a short time. So have a good time playing the games that you have. And stop looking a gifted horse in the mouth. If they said they're going to do it, well, they're going to do it. Where the competition is cutting back on your storage, Xbox and their partners at Western Digital has a solution for you. The 2 terabit Western Digital Black Xbox expansion card deal is so cheap it looks like a mistake. And I, at first glance, thought so as well when I saw the price, the final price. I remember it came in before at like $179. Well, it actually beat that price. It's at $149.99 with free shipping. It's $30 under that $179.99 price, and half off the $300 list price, and the full $100 cheaper than the Amazon right now. So get your behind over the Best Buy website and go make it happen. When these guys are stealing storage from you, you never have enough. First, I bring you the expansion SSD that goes inside the back, the 2 tera that's running at $149. What if I told you I got a storage solution for you? What if I told you the storage solution I have for you is going to take your game storage capabilities to the moon and back? Seagate's 5 tera Xbox game drive costs less than the 4 tera. It's like getting the 1 tera for free. And plus you got a 3-year rescue included. That's a warranty, people. Now, I know you're saying, King, how much does it cost? Normally it goes for $150. But right now it's 13% off, which brings the price down to $130. You save $20. I just told you how to level up. While the competition is out here diminishing your storage, there are solutions for your Xbox. And the King got you, baby. When they go low, we go high. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Yo, sometimes being the first one out the door is not a good thing. Lenovo said that its $1,100 handheld will get the Xbox big screen mode, or whatever the hell they're calling it, Xbox experience mode. You know, the one that's going with the Xbox ROG Ally X and Xbox ROG Ally? You know, that mode? Well, it's coming to Lenovo next year, sometime in spring. But this price point is insane. Now, I know they have an OLED screen and all this other stuff, and yada, yada. I think the CEO or their marketing or whatever came out and said that price right there, they have a cheaper version for you. Now, I'm going to tell you something. These prices are bananas. Dare I say insane. But what I'm going to tell you is nobody's forcing you to buy any of these devices. Now, if it's something that appeals to you, then go get the device. If it's something that doesn't appeal to you, don't get the device. If you are not into PC gaming on the go with an Xbox twist and flavor, then don't worry about it. But right now, Lenovo is out the door. And if that's something that you want, that newfangled Xbox experience will be available next year at no extra cost. So if you can't wait for the Xbox ROG Ally X and the Xbox ROG Ally, then Lenovo has a handheld device for you. By the way, they said that too. The level of hate that Xbox receives from former business partners, former employees that work for the company is a sight to behold. Now, for all intents and purposes, Pete Hines has been a very vocal individual, even so standing on his square as leaving the company in order to ensure whoever was there a longer period of time. I don't know if that actually panned out in the manner that he expected it to pan out, but falling on your sword for your team, that's commendable. But at the same time, we already know his viewpoints on the tensions that was at Microsoft when it came to Game Pass. Now, a lot of people are stuck in the old metrics, not knowing how a lot of successful businesses actually do things. Now, I know you're going to sit there and say, well, Xbox isn't more successful than Bethesda King. Well, who purchased who? But Pete Hines went on to talk about how Game Pass creates a strange internal tensions among the first-party developers. And I kind of get what he's talking about here. And this is brought to you by Derek Strickland and from Tweaktown. Kind of like Derek. Derek and I has a weird history, but I kind of like Derek. And Pete isn't wrong in the sense that it forces competition between internal first-party developers, but it also forces the developers to up their A game, because if you make single player games that don't necessarily have the legs after post-launch, then what do? You find yourself in a weird quagmire, especially if your studio isn't set up to facilitate it launching in multiple storefronts. What happens to you? I say make compelling software that brings added revenue to the Game Pass subscription service. Because whether people like it or not, Xbox and all the others are changing. Now, we see some changing for the better, we see some changing for the worse, but Pete Hines having his say when it came to anything that has to do with his relationship that he had with Microsoft is newsworthy, because you don't really get sound bites from Pete Hines. But the local talking birds and a reoccurring villain in the same story, Sean Layden, reared his ugly head yet again, metaphorically speaking. And yet again, Sean Layden had to chime in on acting like this is Greece and he's on the Jets. Listen, man. I see a lot of CEOs upset with this. This is the most consumer-friendly situation. And a lot of times we as consumers aren't in the know. But again, Pete is entitled to his opinion. And his opinion made him a former employee. Keep that in mind. Now, I know you guys are saying, King. You talked about Grand Theft Auto in the beginning and you didn't expound on it. And I don't see the article and all this other. Listen, Little Birdies in the Street is talking that a possibility that the game will slip to September, October. I told you guys I expected the game to ship in October. And I fully expect Grand Theft Auto to go up against Call of Duty and a host of others. Like Marvel Rivals will probably drop a season that month, and Fortnite will be in full swing. Minecraft will probably drop something to mitigate the level of impact that is sure to be received by Grand Theft Auto. But again, Here's your little part that y'all wanted to hear. Grand Theft Auto, like I promised.
Mission 1, start.
Now, Kojima has something going on the 23rd, and it's like I like the Kojima experience, the past, present, and future of Kojima Studios and the games that are coming out, and it has a whole bunch of reveals and surprises that are bound to happen. Me personally, I think Kojima is going to show something for Xbox besides OD, right? I believe they're going to show something for Xbox that is sure to piss off a lot of people. But why should it? I mean, Death Stranding 1 is already on Xbox, right?
Sam, armed survivalists!
A faction whose members have no reservations about using lethal force and should be considered a serious threat.
It looks stronger than the others.
ついにこれをあんたに渡す時が来た。
Huh?
最終手段、徹底抗戦で戦わせこう。
Go, Pecco! Pecco!
トップラインペガン。
Bring it on!
すごっ、強っ、すごっ。
I'm coming for you!
サム、あんたってやっぱり最高。
Now, Pete Hines and the host of others like Mikey Barra and a lot of others that no longer work at Xbox, and they don't know or they weren't in line with the program or where Microsoft and Xbox is going. Microsoft and Xbox is actually ushering the Xbox into a whole new space. And I know for some people that's strange. But as we look and we see that, again, gamers over the age of 18 aren't actively purchasing consoles, it looks like we're in a bit of a trouble. So these companies are finding it increasingly difficult to stay in the zeitgeist with the demographic they want the most to patron their wares. And it seems that doing this strategy that Microsoft has implemented, whereas Game Pass is kind of harmful to the Xbox brand as cannibalizing sales, but that ecosystem is the smallest ecosystem out of the big three, which I dare say Nintendo, no Diddy, is the largest, with PlayStation following close behind, and Xbox on an island by itself. With Xbox offering day and date and the consumer-friendly practices that they are showing with Game Pass, with the level of value that is inside that $19.99 package of Ultimate, while offering smaller tiers like Core and Standard, which another tier is soon to pop up, which I heard is like free to play. This is the most consumer-friendly service out of the big three. And a lot of people may say because they are the smallest, they are forced to do these things in order to catch up. And catch up they have. A lot of you ex-employees don't see the vision because you're still stuck trying to do it your way. That's why you're ex-employees. But I would warn against keeping company with individuals that as of late seems to be parroting fanboy conversations. And yes, I'm a console warrior. Yeah. But I don't want my former CEOs to dabble in that type of behavior. I think at the forefront of their minds should be business and the health of the company first. Pete did say he's been far removed from the conversation. So for that, I give grace. But be careful of the company you keep and people co-signing anything that they feel that they can use against what is perceived to be a common foe. I don't think that's the case. I just think one person was talking their truth and another person decided to piggyback onto that truth, and with that manner of language took the conversation to a different space. I don't know. But this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. If you saw anything that you like here today, like, follow, and subscribe. And become a member. Members are the lifeblood of the screen, of the stream. And yes, y'all keep the lights on. And if you didn't find anything here, well, you's a sucker. Leave a hate comment so I know exactly who you are. But I'm going to do what all gamers do and winners do. And I'm going to tell you like I always tell you. Try to play the Game Pass.